This is Karen Kahn reporting from the Digitas Newfront for BTV, and we are here with Lou Paskalis from Amex, who is going to talk to us today about advertiser prison. Help! What is it?
So no, I think that when I've used that quote in the past, Karen, what I meant was, with advertising, we are very limited to getting our message into a neatly packaged element. We're limited to 30 seconds of content or a banner ad. And I think what we're seeing today with the advent of content is the opportunity for marketers to tell more of their story. And what I mean by that is, we're looking at some consumption numbers that are daunting. Every day across the globe, 300 million hours of content are consumed. It's amazing.
That's
this amount of time,
number.
Right? 25% of that is on mobile, and that number is going to grow over the next several years. A lot of that mobile content consumption really is, I've got a few moments, I'm a little bored, entertain me. And as marketers, we have an opportunity to create a whole new paradigm to getting our message in front of consumers on their terms, when they're more engaged, when they would like to have some information they could use. And it's a bit of a challenge because it's not nice and neat, it doesn't fit evenly into a creative brief. And there is a real requirement to compete for attention with other content producers. And so we're maniacally focused on how to do that, while still recognizing that advertising is a very important part of the marketing mix. It's not the be-all and end-all, and consumers are telling us, give us more content and we will exchange information. So we will exchange attention, so we're excited about that.
So authenticity seems to be the theme of these new fronts.
Yes, yes.
What do you feel is the most uniquely authentic thing that Amex has done in the last year? What are you the most proud of?
Well, there's a lot of great things. I think the first thing that comes to mind is that we launched a brand channel into 58 million homes now, where we are on 24/7, 365 with a television channel, which basically puts it all out there and says, here's the front porch of American Express, a little bit of information about our brand, a little bit of information about our products, and a lot of entertaining information that is less oriented to commercial business and more, just about what we care about. And our zeitgeist is to try to replicate that 60 Minutes experience. When you sit down on your couch on Sunday evening at 7 p.m., you really don't know what you're going to see on 60 Minutes when you tune into it, but you know that you trust the brand, they're going to curate something that's great for you. Some of it might be provocative, some of it might be compelling, but you're going to devote your time, you're going to exchange your attention for their ability to curate a story, and that's what we aspire to, and that's really putting it out there authentically.
Yep. Brands as content creators, so you guys are really creating very substantive content and giving consumers a total experience.
We're trying. It's a labor of love, and I think ultimately it requires a publishing mindset. It's an interesting concept from the standpoint of campaigns. We grew up in an industry that was all very campaign-centric when it came to marketing, but now you're always on. Now you always have to be in this dialogic environment. Now you have to answer when consumers ask, and the question is, are we truly ready? I ask my team all the time, are we truly native? Do we really understand where we're going here and what we need to do to win? And it's exciting. I think we're in the midst of the marketing renaissance, and I think that for the first time since the dawn of television, the paradigms are changing, and the onus is back on us to be more innovative and intuitive and less about the immediate ROI versus understanding where the consumer is going and building towards that future.
What have you found of some of the challenges of creating content?
I think formats. It's really nice to think about a 30 and a 60 for TV or a banner ad of a certain size. But now
we're back in prison. We're talking about the prison.
There are elements of that, but that prison also makes it nice and easy again for a brief. What we're trying to do is to think about how do we make something that's native for a mobile environment, that's different from a tablet environment, which is a whole different viewing experience, which is different from the big screen in your living room, which is becoming a digital environment, and that laptop that people still use occasionally too. So what's relevant there? What's the right content link? What's the different signal that we get? You get a very different need state from mobile when somebody's searching, here when they're about to walk into the Best Buy, than you might get from desktop search. And so how do we align our content? What's our decision science behind that? How good is my DMP, my data management platform? And do I have a good story to tell there? How many stories is too much? We're fascinated with ACR and second screen experiences. Audio content recognition with a second screen is going to change the world. And right now it's early days, but that's going to give us 60 minutes of signal in a 60-minute program instead of just the time in the advertising space to create context and connectivity with consumers. And we want to figure out what that means. What do consumers want here? Do they want more content from the show? Do they want relevant messages from marketers? Is it a mix, and what is the right mix?
You're going to have more data than you know what to do with, my friend.
Yes, big data is big scary. So I heard an interesting statistic the other day. This year, we will create twice as much data as all of humankind did till 2003. And next year, we will create 7.5 times as much data as we did this year. So there is just this explosion on data, and
it makes the prison sound very appealing.
The prison
it's
is
easy
safe.
in prison.
Yeah, I know what's expected me.
You
get 3 square meals.
You get a cot.
Yep.
You got to exercise a little bit.
Come on,
I'm feeling good about that.
2 hots and a cot. That's what you get.
2 hots and a cot.
Yeah,
All right, you heard it here, people. Thank you, Lou. It's been a
Karen.
pleasure.
We enjoyed it.
Have a good show.
Thank you very much.